So I freely admit that I'm sort of a sucker for a good romantic comedy. Give me two people, beautiful people, falling in love, and I'm able to let my heart overrule my head. I like romantic comedies here, and I think we have a pretty good one to talk about this week. Hey everybody, I'm Sean McBride, the movie guy, and today let's talk about You, Me, and Tuscany.
Ciao.
First time to Tuscany?
My first time pretty much anywhere. Hello?
Who leaves an engagement ring in a junk drawer?
What are you doing here? Arresti questa donna!
This is all a really big misunderstanding.
Dio mio! She's marrying Matteo!
Yes! I'm marrying Matteo!
Congratulazioni!
What do I do?
You can pretend to be his fiancé, or you go to prison. Either way, it's very romantic.
In You, Me, and Tuscany, Halle Bailey stars as Anna, a young woman who gave up her dreams of becoming a professional chef when she came home to take care of her dying mother. Now, she's a little unmoored at the beginning of this movie, but after a night of passion with a spicy white guy named Matteo, who's played by Lorenzo Di Moore, Anna impulsively decides to travel to Italy, where she knows that Matteo's family villa isn't being used. Can you say breaking and entering Italian style? So Anna sneaks into the house and she's quickly discovered by Matteo's family, who assumes that Anna is the new fiancée. Now, rather than risk being arrested for trespassing, Anna goes along with the deception, and she quickly embraces this new family. Although she does have second thoughts about this ruse when cousin Michael appears and sparks begin to fly. That's Regé-Jean Page playing the cousin. Now, this story works primarily because of the likability of the two leads here. Bailey in particular, I think she is just charming and delightful. Yeah, she does some stupid things in this movie, but that frequently is the case in romantic comedies. I think you're invested in her because she seems like such a nice girl who's been knocked around by life and now has this one last shot to find some happiness. That's something we can all root for. And let's face it, the cousin, when he shows up, cousin Michael, that's a good-looking man, so we all understand why she would fall for him. Now, it also helps that the film has a lot of comedic support in the supporting cast to keep the energy flowing over the course of the story. I absolutely loved Anna's best friend, who's played by Aziza Scott. She's always there with a "you go girl" pep talk, a lot of fun. The big Italian family provides plenty of comic mayhem, especially Stella Peccolo. She's very funny. There's even this quirky taxi driver played by Marco Calvoni. He is kind of a surrogate father figure there. He's always there with some good advice, but also has some good food for her as well. He's just one of many in this really nice supporting cast. Now, all of this plays out in the gorgeous Italian countryside. We get those tourist-ready shots of mouth-watering food and quaint villas and sprawling vineyards. But of course, given the romance at the center of the movie, these all pale in comparison to our leading man in a wet shirt, or even better, shirtless so he can show off his six-pack. That's my first rule of romantic comedies. The two prettiest people in the movie have to fall in love, whether it's motivated or not. These are two very pretty people, so we get it. And most importantly, there's some genuine heat between these two actors here. And that's a problem with a lot of movies where you cast beautiful people, but they don't really seem to connect. These two seem to connect, so you buy the romance that's building, even though it starts off slowly, but eventually grows and gets hot, it gets really interesting here. So, look, I think this is a delightful bit of escapist cinema. The cast is charming, especially our young lovers. They have real chemistry, like I said. It features lots of gorgeous scenery, plenty of humor, a healthy dose of pulse-quickening romance. I think it's a really nice movie. If you like romantic comedies, I think you are going to have a blast. If you like romantic comedies, I think there's a lot to love with You, Me, and Tuscany. I give it 3 stars out of 4. It is interesting that both of the leads, the young lovers here, are black in a movie that's set in Italy. So in a very white space, shall we say, well, an Italian space anyway. And I've seen people criticizing this movie for not dealing with the racial component stronger. I was okay with that. I don't think we needed to. I was there for the romance, not for the cultural criticism, but that's just me. I didn't have a problem with that. I thought it was a lot of fun and it was easy to root for these two young lovers to get together in the end. But that's just me. How do you feel about it? Feel free to comment below. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you get all of my reviews just as soon as they drop. And just as importantly, subscribe to the podcast. It's called Two Movie Guys, and every week my friend Joe Fryer and I get together and we chat about all of the week's big new movies. Just search for Two Movie Guys wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, we're starting off the week with a good film. I liked You, Me, and Tuscany quite a bit here. Coming up next, maybe not quite as good a film. We'll be talking about the new Keanu Reeves comedy called Outcome over on Apple TV. We'll see you then. Bye.